This is African People. Today, we'll be discussing the failures of Nigeria as a nation and how things has continued to go down. Or some people want to call us naysayers, doomsday preachers, and all that. The facts remain the facts. Hundreds of millions of people live in this country called Nigeria. They cannot all be wrong because of what one, two, three persons are saying. The people in government are just in their few thousands. But we have millions of people who are feeling the impact of what is happening here. So, though you may not hear the voices of these millions, at least for now, we can only hear from the people in power who are in government, who has all the means and ways to say whatever thing they want the world to hear. So today we'll be talking about how Nigeria has continued to go backwards and to fail in the last 10 years. And all this, all thanks to the ruling party or the politicians in power who came in 10 years ago promising us heaven and earth, that they're going to make things well, give us a better life since they came in. They've set us back 50 years, 100 years. It's not something that's hidden. This is something everybody can see. I can give you some examples. These people promised to make life better when they were coming. So what do we have today? They made petrol at 87 naira per liter. Today, how much is petrol? Today, petrol is 10 times that amount. Go to our filling stations. The cheapest you see petrol today is 870. In some places, it's as high as 1,000 naira or even above. But these are people who came in, made petrol at 87, told us, no, they've done their calculation, that once they get to power, petrol will be 45 naira without subsidy. These same people made dollar below 170, between 165 169 per dollar. How much is dollar today? Between 1,530 naira to 1,600 naira, depending on where you're buying and when. Meaning, dollar has gone like 10-fold, 10 times the amount they made it. Everything we want to talk about is just heartbreaking, very saddening, because there's no way you talk about these things without shedding tears. Our government institutions has been completely bastardized and degraded that none of them functions well like an organization again. They promise to keep us safer, that will be safer when they are in power. Once they grabbed power, hell broke loose. They met only Boko Haram when they were coming to power, which was a really terrorist organization around that time. They promised to make us safer. They promised to keep the country safe when they get to power. But what do we have today? We have a country where all the states are being terrorized by terrorists, bandits, kidnappers. There is no state again now that is safe. In fact, there is no place now in Nigeria that is safe. If you're battling this gang here, you go to the other side, you see another gang. People are taken from their homes and slaughtered. People are taken on the street and they never go home. We never see them again. People are kidnapped. Their families pay ransom, heavy ransoms, and they are still killed. This is the situation we found ourselves. It is so bad that nothing seems to be working again. Meanwhile, we have our politicians who only what they show us is the number of armed men that are guarding them. We are crying that we do not have enough policemen to man the country. The little one we have are shared among politicians and wealthy people. You see one man going with 20, 30, 50 armed men. While you see him on the road with those number of armed men, he has people guarding him in different houses, all his houses, where he has apartment and some of the hotels where he stays. He have armed men stationed there waiting for him, guarding his properties. He has some other numbers guarding the family members, the wife, the children, and others. But we, the citizens, are left to fend for ourselves, to protect ourselves, to guard ourselves. The government doesn't care. What do we even talk about? Look at our examination bodies. I'll just take two, JAMB and WAEC. Today, we have the worst set of exam bodies on the face of this earth. If you are not an African, you will not believe me that there's a country in Africa where their exam bodies will set an exam. Students will be made to suffer and write those exams, after the exams, the students are not even sure of the result they are getting. Today, JAM sets exam. Students will suffer, write the exam, do everything. They sit for the exam. JAM will release the first result. Students will see it. Some will tell you this is not their result. All that. JAM will at some point record themselves again and say, no, we made a mistake. There's an error. They will release the second result. Or if they want the students to take all the four, they will tell them to come and resit the exam again. So they absorb themselves from any blame. Now the students have to take the same exam twice. Now how about WAEC? WAEC has gone the same way. Today now, WAEC will finish the exam, release a result. After some time, they will tell you, no, we made a mistake. There's a glitch somewhere, there's a mistake. They will do what, the other, release a different result for thousands of students. This exam that is taking over 1 million people at a sitting. But nobody is talking about this because we've gotten to a stage where things has gone so bad that nobody wants to talk again. Everybody has kept quiet. We seem to be very okay with whatever thing is happening. It is that bad. Look at our National Assembly. Our National Assembly, we do not have any word again for them. They keep telling us and keep reminding us that they are just rubber stamps in the hands of executive, that they will approve whatever the executive bring to them. From our Senate down to House of Reps, House of Representatives, down to our state assembly, houses of assembly. They are just the same. The state houses of assembly are just the tools in the hands of the governor. The House of Representatives and our Senate are just the tools in the hands of the president and the executives. So what they do is, whatever thing the government wants to do, take it to them, they approve it the next morning. Even when the country, everybody is crying, don't do this, no, it's not their problem. They'll just approve it. So this is how bad we have gone down. Are we talking about our electoral umpire called INEC? Today, like I said earlier, if you do not live in Africa or in Nigeria, you will not know that there's a country with an electoral umpire that will promise you one thing, how there will be a free and fair election, and after election, they will look for excuses to give you why everything went bad. In this same country, before an election, we're already seeing the result. Today, you hold elections in Nigeria, INEC will be so proud and bold to announce what is written on paper and given to them. Even when they are seeing that there are discrepancies in the calculation, they'll just announce it. Before you know, they will tell you to go to court. Which court? Our judicial system has been so destroyed that the common man no longer look forward to getting justice there. It's now all about who you know and how much you can pay. Justice has been bought now in Nigeria. So with this, you see that it is very difficult to continue this way. Nigeria is just finished. Nigeria is just crying. Nigeria is bleeding. It's just so bad. That even if you try to talk, nobody listens to you. Like I was saying about INEC, most of our elections today are conducted, but the result, we wait for the result from the courts because most of them are contested. All of them, almost all, are contested. So we wait for the courts to announce who won election that people voted with. Meaning INEC, that is saddled with that responsibility, will just announce whatever they want, people will go to court. And at the end, the court will now decide who we should now believe. Look at our pattern of federal appointments. Today, we are talking about the way and manner people are being appointed into federal positions. This cry started from the last government of President Buhari, when people were crying that he was only appointing people from the northern region into GUC offices, that he doesn't care, he was just appointing all the key offices in government were held by people from his northern region. Now, we have somebody from the southwest now in power. In politics in Nigeria, they say he's from the south. But we in Nigeria know he's from the western region of Nigeria. So the tribe Yoruba now, or whatever you call it, I'm not a tribal bigot. I don't do tribal politics. But when you see things going the way it shouldn't go, you should say it. All the key positions in government has gone to one region because that's where the president came from. He's changing all the ones that Buhari did before. He's undoing all of them. He will remove an Hausa man, he will replace him with a Yoruba man from his tribe. It's no longer about equity in Nigeria, competence, what do you call it? There's something we call federal character in Nigeria that says that you should be appointing people from all the regions or selecting people from all the regions. No, we've ditched that. Now you can see list of appointment. If you appoint 30 people, 24 could come from one region, 2 from the other region, 1 from the other one, and 0 from another one. And everybody thinks it's okay. Look at our police force, our security agencies. They are just mere tools now in the hands of people, hands of wealthy people, politicians, and all that. Are you aware that Nigeria, as big as it is safer for you to sleep in the bush? That's at least you'll be sure that you fell into the wrong hands if the criminals in the bush capture you, than going to sleep in a police station because you came back late or you lost your way at night. Our police here are so hostile and brutal that you can't even go to ask a policeman for direction. You'll be afraid of your life. Our security agencies here will arrest somebody, detain the person, and now tell you that this is the time they are now going to investigate the matter or the reason why they arrested the person. Meaning you arrested somebody, you didn't even know what he did. They will keep the person detained for how long it takes them. Our policemen are now terrorizing people. They are terrorizing the citizens, extorting people, many of them on camera. Nigeria is the only country I know with the level of development and technology coming up everywhere. Our policemen and security agencies are afraid of camera. You dare not record them when they are in the operation. Some of them may maim you for trying to record them. These days now you see so many videos on everywhere where policemen got angry because they saw camera. Why are you recording us? Why are you recording me? If you are doing your job, will you be afraid of being recorded? But this is where we find ourselves. Look at our military. Today, our military cannot solve numerous challenges we have in terms of insecurity. They cannot do it. They simply cannot. Because they will tell you they are low in number, but the few that are the remaining ones that are there are still being split. Some of them are on escort duties for their bosses and politicians. The remaining ones are just there, forced to go and fight. You keep seeing Nigerian military men crying that they are ill-equipped, that they are made to go and confront terrorists in the bush with little or no equipment. Any of them that voices out is taken out. Some of them will land in jail first if they have been arrested, if they are caught for daring to say whatever thing they said. They are made to suffer and not say anything. As big as Nigeria is now, people are not just safe anywhere. Our judiciary has become cash and carry. The politicians, the wealthy people tell judges what to do. You see people bragging that they have judges who will do their bidding. And it's true. You see somebody telling you, yes, I have a judge. I'll just call him now. He'll call a judge. Telling you, yeah, I'm bringing a case to your court. We have instances of people in Nigeria who have connections with courts and judges who will tell you they've gotten perpetual injunction from arrest and prosecution. An individual will get a perpetual injunction from our security men inviting him, arresting him, charging him for anything, meaning he is above the law. But that's the nation we live in. A judge gave those injunctions. We've seen people getting backdated arrest warrants. We've seen people getting backdated remand, what do you call it now, remand notice or something, that they got an order to get this person detained. No serious offense, nothing. Just that they got an order to get the person detained. So this is the way the country is going. And I tell you, it is just a matter of time before everything will explode in our face.